Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Sybil, Silver Ripple Rider, if I can say that. Just wanted to say welcome to you guys. I'm going to talk a lot about what's going on, and if you happen to be seeing this, please let me know where are you, what state you are, how many inches of whatever it is that you have out there. Just put it into the chat. I appreciate it. And let's see here. I'm going to get started in a couple of minutes. This is I'm in here a little bit early for you guys, but I just couldn't wait. I wanted to talk about what the heck is going on out there and see if everybody is okay. I'm okay, but we're now being threatened with tornadoes. It's so cold up there, and we're so warm down here. It's gonna meet, and just praying for all of you across the country. Honestly, praying for everybody right here today. All right, so let's see what we have out here. Let's see. So I'm going to start out with what am I going to start out with here? Okay, I've got this. Supposedly, this was predicted already with The Simpsons, and let's take a looky. Make sure the sound is turned up, and hope you can hear it. Play, play.
The Simpsons are said to have predicted it. In the year 2026, a deadly snowstorm will strike the United States. The dates, January 19th to January 25th. 7 days of ice, 7 nights of silence. It begins with dark clouds stretching across the sky like a warning no one can ignore. Then, snow. Not ordinary snow. Giant flakes, heavy, sharp, falling faster and faster until entire cities vanish beneath white. Phones stop working. Batteries die in the freezing air. People step outside and feel the cold burn their skin like fire. Even the news anchors, those who are supposed to stay calm, stare into the camera, wide-eyed, their voices shaking. Water pipes burst, internet lines snap, skyscrapers freeze over, transforming into icy towers that pierce the sky. The world feels abandoned, silent, frozen, and they say, only those who are warned can prepare. Only those who speak their names will be spared. The Simpsons predicted it. The storm is coming. January 19th to January 25th, 2026. Will you survive the week of ice? The snow doesn't scream. It listens, each hour colder than the last, each night longer than it should be. Footsteps vanish seconds after they're made. Voices fade. Hope freezes. Some laugh it off. Some scroll past the warning. Some say it's just another winter. But winters don't silence cities. Winters don't shut down the world. This one does. They say preparation is the difference between being buried and being remembered. Food, heat, power, shelter. When the storm comes, these become priceless. Because when the ice settles in, help doesn't come. Signals don't return, and time stops caring. The Simpsons predicted it, or maybe they warned us. The storm is coming. January 19th to January 25th, 2026. When the cold decides who stays, will you be ready for the week of ice?
Ba-doom, ba-doom. All right, so I guess if you were a truther out there, you said you've seen this coming here, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to believe that or not. Let me just say hi to a couple people that are jumping in while we watch for others to jump in here too, and let me know. I've got Skippy Jones out there. What state are you in, Skippy? Colleen, what state are you in, and what are the conditions of the weather? And Alley Cat, you're in Indiana. I know that. Put it in the chat if you would, and just let me know what are the conditions. And Skippy is basically saying here, let's see if I can figure out how to use this here again. What is Skippy saying? Oh my God, run people fast. I don't know if they can run in this weather there, Skippy. Let's take a look at this. This is a powerful system, and it's stretched across Southwest, like from New Mexico, all the way up to the northeast, including. I'm pointing like as if I'm not. This is mirrored, so it's going to look backwards to you guys. So it basically is 2/3 of the country. You know, about 190 to 200 million people under various weather alerts. We just got our tornado alert down here. Yeah, we got that tornado alert because we've been so warm. We've been in the 70s, and you guys are up there like freezing freezing. And let's see, Colleen is basically saying, yeah, it's been much worse. It's colder in November. It was colder in November. So, anyways, with that, these whiteout conditions are reported. So, I've been watching a lot of different states, and I only get the recorded versions of most of this information out on YouTube. So, I do know, like in Arkansas, where my niece is located at, it's brutal there. They got a lot. They brought in snow plows, which they don't have because even when I lived there, they used to throw down sand on the roads. It never got more than an inch or two there. And I was right at the Missouri Arkansas border. And they brought in everybody from other states to help out. National disaster. They brought in the National Guards. They're just whooping it up over there. And nobody is out on the roads. Any of the reporters, they even brought in some reporters from New York that sounded very professional, considering what I was used to hearing out of Arkansas. No offense, Arkansas, but I think you guys could take a couple of hints of how it's done a little bit more professionally. Okay, so these whiteout conditions, it's just like I said, from New York, another in the northern suburbs are seeing heavy snowfalls and 1 to 2 inches per hour, strong winds. I guess I'm going to be the weatherman here today across the country, and a lot of freezing rain. I did also want to show another video out here. Just bear with me for 1 second while I cue this thing up, and just I'm not gonna play it. I usually do Ryan Hall, you all, but this other guy, he's been out there, he's been working really hard, and I don't follow him a lot, but I've been seeing him a lot. So he's the winter storm warnings, and he's just going across. You see PA down here, you see Indianapolis, Indiana, and Fairfax, Virginia on the bottom of the screen there, and it has just been crazy. Okay, let me just close out his top chat there, and then we can see more of him. And where did I go? Hello, hello, hello. All right, so I just want to talk about that. Of course, the travel is nothing but chaos out there, and I don't think anyone is. Thousands of flights have been canceled, and if you're stuck somewhere, that's the way it goes. Let's see what we have out here. I want to get to you guys in the chat in a minute. And let's see, frigid temperatures, extreme wind chills, power outages are skyrocketing. Is this the 10 days of darkness? I don't know. Do you? All right, so stay safe if you're affected in these zones. Avoid travel if possible. We've heard it all. I happen to be in Foley, Alabama, near the Gulf Coast, and it might be dealing more with I'm not dealing more with any of this ice, sleet, and snow, but last year, this time, we had 10 inches of snow. Mother Nature, get her back on her hormones because it's all wackadoodle. I'm telling you, it really is. So these basically are just ongoing storms, including the heavy snow, blanketing the area, whiteouts, visibility. Ice is impacting everybody, but we're all together. We are all together in our home with our pets, and I know my pets just started pouring. It was raining cats and dogs outside, and my dogs don't even want to bother to go out there and see what's going on because it was coming down so heavy. And that's really what we're seeing out there today. So let's see. Let me see what Alley Cat has to say. They closed my schools for tomorrow. Well, I certainly hope so, Alley Cat, because it's bad. It's really, really bad. And Alley Cat happens to say that she loves Max. Alley Cat is in Indiana. Did she put that out there? And Skippy, he says, where's Skippy at? Skippy's about 30 miles east of Syracuse. Oh man, talk about hunker down time. He's getting serious out there. Syracuse, where's the other one? It's a little bit north of Buffalo. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. So let's see here. Skippy's got more. I went backwards. I'm going backwards on this. Upstate New York snowing. Yeah, let's see. It's getting snow about 3 inches so far. 18 up to 18 are expected. Everyone be careful. And yeah, definitely. I don't even remember. I'm a Chicago girl, and I know what it's like to get out there. I remember one time I thought when I was younger I could battle anything. And when it gets in the negatives, and one time my car broke down 2 blocks from my house. It broke down. And I didn't have any gloves. I was in the car. I was a young kid. And I said, I can walk this. Well, guess what? That cold affected my throat that I couldn't talk. And I thought, this is it. I got really, really sick, and I started to hyperventilate. I didn't know what panic attacks were, and this is when I started to find this all out. Don't do stupid stuff like I did. Alley Cat says, what else is she saying out here? It's snowing heavy up here right now. She's in the Indiana area. Who else do we have out there? Let's see here. Oh, we have Colleen. Colleen, yeah, I did say that. She says, yeah, it's been much worse. It's been colder. And I guess I'm at the beginning of it now. And yeah, they should be closing all the schools. And I guess when you come from the north, is Ellicott is I think was in the New York area, if I recall correctly. They probably never closed anything, right? It was business as usual. We had that old saying, my parents walked uphill barefoot in 18 inches of snow, right? Whatever. People still think that they can go out and get a latte from Starbucks. I don't think so. Not these kids today. Nothing against them, but they're a bunch of wussies. I am telling you, they really are. And so this is what we're dealing with across the country here. Let's see if I go a little bit further here with Max. Yeah, it is brutal. He's just showing all of it to you, and he had it up here earlier about the tornadoes. There were another state. I don't know if it's Florida that might be affected by it, but odds are it probably is. Let me kind of shrink this screen a little bit more and see if I can get it to fit in here. Oh, that's about as small as I can go. It looked like it went a little bit larger, and yeah, that might be him changing it back and forth. He's messing with me. He's messing with me. All right, let's see here. Let me just get it down to there. Yeah, so this is it's not looking really good out there. And I just wanted to I figured I could catch all of you guys. You're home today, right? Alley Cat said tornado warnings too. Let's see, where was Alley Cat? I guess Alley Cat's going to be my co-host here today. She says, yes, I was in Staten Island, New York City. And then she said, tornado warnings. Is that tornado warnings in Indiana? I know we've got them down here because I know the temperature is dropping. We just had a downpour, heavy downpour. It probably dropped about 4 degrees, and I've been keeping my eye on it and seeing what's going on. But the humidity is still really high. I don't know how all this stuff kind of works, but we'll see. All right, so this is great. I'm glad you guys are all joining. Look at that. It feels cold. I need my coat. It feels way too cold. All right, let's see here. Turn up the heat, Paul. And he's probably hearing me going, what is she talking about? It's 70 degrees in the house already, and he thinks that's way too warm. All right, let's see here. I've been feeling really, really good, you guys, and I need to tell you why. Like I said, we invested into infrared sauna, which I'm thinking everybody wishes they had right now, and I really recommend if you can get any type. Don't go too cheap on them because it doesn't work. But let me tell you, it's like I am feeling alive again. And when they talk about the infrared saunas, take out all the inflammation, you better believe it. I really do believe it. And if I go one day without using it, because I'm just starting to ramp up, I think we're going on 2 weeks of every day of using it. I missed one day. First thing I thought when I woke up is because my body is so stiff and I don't move around a lot. I don't get a lot of exercise. I don't, I should be walking the dogs more and I'm not. If I'm in that particular thing of just being stagnant, my body says, go and open up all the pores and whatever it is that the saunas are doing. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Yeah. You keep the heat. Colleen keeps the heat at 65. I'm trying to remember what we kept it at. I usually will go 74. Air conditioning, 74 heat. And I don't know. I'm just, maybe I just, that's where my comfort zone is. Okay, let's see what else we have here. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I've been putting a little bit of videos out there, and I'm going to kind of switch over here. And I'm just going to go to my channel here for a second. And I just wanted to talk about this. And I know a lot of people that may or may not follow me will get this. Let's see if I'm on the right one. And let's go to my channel here. And so I'm happy to do Ocfusis. If you guys know what Ocfusis is a constellation out there that a lot of people have claimed is the 13th month of astrology. And I think it was somebody that was in my chat that put that out there, and I kind of want to just talk about this. I made like 3 little short clips on this, and I want to play one of them for you. And it's getting some people are paying attention to this, not enough, but I wanted to play this and just get your thoughts on it because I don't know how anybody could have claimed that this was our 13th month. There was originally 13 months. So I'm putting the information out there and letting everybody else decide. So let's see. Let me see where we go with this. All right, where's my sound? Oops, 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 not that one. All right, and I'm spinning the wheel, and it's not working for me. Let me go back. Let me go back here and find this one because I sometimes will mute my YouTube channel, and it might be muted. All right, where is it? Okay. See, I try to scroll down, and I probably shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, this is live, you guys. This is me live making mistakes here, and let's see here. So this is the 13th sign, and I don't know why I'm not getting any sound through here. I mean, just bear with me because this is going to repeat over again here. That looks like it's the next video, and if I click on it, it just won't let me grab it. It's not going to let me grab it. This really sucks. Let's see if I grab this one here. Where's all my sound? Maybe this browser that I have. So, anyways, let me just kind of tell you a little bit about this. So, I'm going to back this up just a wee bit if I can. All right, I think what I got to do is I got to shrink this screen even more, so because I am not seeing what I want to see, and I'm looking for the volume, and for some reason I'm not getting any sound. Hmm. Bear with me, you guys. If you go to my page, they're out there. They're definitely out there, and for some reason I have no sound, and it could be everything is owned by Google, and it may know that I'm trying to play it. I have no idea where the heck the sound is on here. This is strange, very, very strange. Just bear with me. Technical difficulties at this moment. And so, anyways, I just wanted to play this. That's all I want. I just wanted to play this. Okay. So this opfusis is how I pronounce it. And so it's the 13th sign that there's common traits with a lot of these traits. So that's one of them that you can see out there. I don't know if I actually believe this, to tell you the truth. If it's a consolation, I believe is how you pronounce that. And it is acknowledged out there. Can anybody tell me where the volume is on these things here? Because I am not seeing it. This just is blowing my mind. Because I'll bet you any money that I'm being blocked. Yeah. All right, let's give it up on this one here. So I was going to talk about this today. Let me see if I can find this somewhere else for you guys and talk about it. So I'm going to stop sharing that information for you guys. So this whole idea of there being shoot, my phone just locked up. Being another month, I just kind of want to get your guys' ideas about this. It's a myth. And I actually think it's. I've read enough on it. I've done enough research that I think that it should actually be debunked, because a lot of people, when I'm talking about astrology, and I know somebody in my chat did this the other day. They said, "Well, I don't believe astrology because there's 13 months, and we skipped a month, and according to all my research, it's at the end of the month. It's kind of like between November and December. It's squeezed in there somewhere." And there's no major updates or any information on this particular zodiac, and there's been a lot of publications on it, but it'll resurface. These articles, these stories sometimes will come up, but the sun does pass through this consultation roughly in the late November to mid December each year, and that's where a lot of people, I think, are thinking that they want to depend on it to be an extra astrological month. As astrology has never acknowledged it, and neither has the traditional Western astrology. So either side of the world has never acknowledged it. So that's why I'm always wondering, where did this originate from? Where did this first come from? Where a lot of people were pushing it, that it was proposed date range from November 29th to December 17th, shifting a nearby sign, pushing Sagittarius later right? And then the traits often were like, there was a lot of traits that they included, which sounded like a combination of Scorpio and Sagittarius. And that's what I was getting, because some of the healing traits out there, or there's a healer, or they're wise, they're secretive, Scorpio, passionate, jealous, transformative, Scorpio, and sometimes a serpent barrier. And then, there was just more articles that seemed to come up about it, that that there was never been any true clarification on any of this. So when I take a look at this, and I'm only going off of data that's out there, so you might be saying, well, they scraped the data, Janine, so how can you depend on that? But to me, it's just hypothetical at this point, and I want to get your ideas and your thoughts. And if you've done more research on this, let me know. Um, let's see here. Ellie Cat says what? What reality do you want to observe? Because multidimensional will give you all the paradigms, right? And let's see there. What multidimensional? Well, that's something that's going pretty deep for me, and I don't always think in those terms when I'm thinking more on the dimension of where I'm at and stuff like that. So if you were talking about, okay, you're going to go into other higher dimensions, right, above you. Do those exist here, that where we actually get all of our information? What world do you live in? What is your reality, right? And I think that's what you're saying, is what reality you want to live in. And I got to tell you, I'm at the end of my life, and I'm grounded here in Earth, so that's mine. And if you have other thoughts and anything like that, please let me know. What do you think about that? See what else we have out here. I'm just going to put some of these other statements up here, and let's see what else I have to give to you guys. Um, let's see here. So we got so so if you switch from the tropical to the residual, right? And I think that's what. Oh, that's not that common. Somebody out there had the residual out there. I think it's way up here. It kind of. All right, there. So you got the sun, the moon rising, and often have a lot of changing signs, right? You have your typical Leo. The sun is at 10 degrees Leo. It might become residual Cancer, since 10 degrees is Leo, tropical, and 16 degrees is Cancer, residual. So it's that's what I think people are looking at. The capabilities and the transit of the houses systems can feel very different. Many people find sidereal hits more accurately for personalities than events in the Vedic context. So I guess it's all about what you believe. And a lot of people that are watching this says, I don't even care about astrology, right? To me, it's not concrete. It's not my world, and that's what some people will say out there. Some people won't even give an ear to it. But both systems have a lot of devoted followers, right? So if you're talking about tropicals is great for psychological, modern self-development astrology, and sidereal, especially the Vedic, for predictive, timing, karma, traditional techniques, so on and so forth. And so, which one resonates more with you? And just let me know. Put those comments out there. I just see a lot of people that will say, "Well, I don't believe it because there's actually 13. So if you're going to push mine out, you're going to have to push. If I was born, let's say I was born a Pisces. Now you're saying I'm not a Pisces, but now I'm an Aries. Yeah, do I have those characteristics, right? It's all a matter of perspective and what your belief systems are, and it's just and also the psychological effects behind all of that. I truly believe that. um, let's see here, we have Arnie just jumped in, and Arnie, I think, is up in the New York area also. He says just shoveled in tank top, shorts, and slippers. Well, there's a lot of people out there that I have known, even the Chicagoland area, that wore shorts all year round, and there's a lot of people that can't do that. All right. And yeah, so how many inches of snow did you get out there, Arnie, that you actually had to shovel? And especially if you are up north, you probably got a lot more, right? Let's see here. Charlene, 321 is in the house. Everyone, Charlene, yay. For all you freezing Northwesterners, it's 85 here today. Ooh, Charlene, you didn't, but she did. She dared to do it. I was telling him also, too. It's been 70 here. We just dropped because of rainstorm. I want to ask Charlene a question. Are you getting any tornado warnings? Because we've got them. I'm at the Panhandle right across Florida, right? I go right across Florida into the Floribama area, which is basically still Florida, but then you go into the Bama and that's boom, that's where I am. And so that's what we're getting. We're getting those tornado warnings until 6 o'clock tonight. All right, let's see what else we have out there. So Arnie's out there shoveling in his I don't know what he's wearing, shorts and slippers. And let's see what else we have out there. Take care of your pets, you guys. Please make sure if you got to take the dog out, and everybody's going to have to take the dog out in these next few days. And please do so. And Charlene is she's still rubbing it in. Let's see what she's saying here. She's still it's summertime, summertime, summertime. All right. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about. We got the winter storm that's happening. I wanted to talk about the zodiac myth debunked, if you want to think it's a myth debunked, or if you don't. So let's see, what else do I have out here? And let's see. Um, Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm just kind of taking a look here at a couple of other things. But if you guys get a chance, please go on out to Ripples of Waves and check out the Arcturus and let me know. Put your thoughts, comments, and concerns out there because the algorithm loves these comments and it just kind of boosts me a little bit more. My channel is growing here and I thank each and every one of you guys. I really do. And, just make sure that you guys stay safe out there. I've got a few shows out there. Laura Van Tyne did talk a little bit about the Angels. She's going to be coming back next month, I believe. I'm not quite sure where she wants to go with that, but she is talking about going to Sedona. So if anybody's ever been thinking about going to Sedona, she's going to have future trips opened up. She asked me to join in. I'm not real sure about that just yet. It's all about the timing and stuff. And I would love for all you Ripple riders out there with me to go to Sedona if you can. Let's see here. Charlene says no tornadoes, but they have some rain coming in tomorrow morning. We've already got that here today. And yeah, that's what. And who do I have coming up on my show for you guys? Anne LaFleur, she's going to talk about the trust. I think that's on Tuesday. Is long is everything is copacetic with the power and everything here, and I think it will be. And let's see what else we have out here going on. That's all that I have right now. I am planning for some other people to come in February and sit down and just have a conversation with me. And let's see, I'm just actually going to go back to my weather and see what's going on out here and maybe just share this with you. It looks bitterly cold out there. Now, Charlene, I do have to warn you, some of this might be devastating to your psyche. So just be aware that this is on the screen and I hope that you can handle this. Yes, this is cold. This looks very cold out here. See here. Colleen is giving me a little bit of a statement there. I hope you can see it on the screen. She says, I resonate more with the tropical because I'm a true Libran. She's a Libra. Sigil would make me a Virgo. Sigil is still based on the 12 months, and I believe we should actually have 13 months in the year. There you go. It's kind of like when I was reading, and that's when I wanted to try and play for you guys out there. And I'm wondering if I could play it on my phone and just find out why I can't get the sound through there. Oh, what did I do? Janine, what did you change on your settings this morning? And it was the sound. See, I should not push any buttons out there, you guys. So let me just see if I can play this here for you guys on my phone, and hopefully you will hear it. It's going to be hard to tell, but let's see what I can get going here. It probably was playing all along, and I need to not touch buttons. Let's go to my shorts. Not literally my shorts, but let's see what we have out here. Ophiuchus, often called the 13th zodiac sign or serpent barrier. Here is a list of the common personality traits attributed to Ophiuchus. So it's curious and intelligent, charismatic and magnetic, passionate and determined, healing and empathetic, independent and free spirited, honest and insightful, adventurous and fun loving and transformative. There is a shadow side, which is jealous or possessive, short tempered, secretive, or mysterious, prone to envy with their success and attention, and can be rebellious and authority challenged to a fault. All right. Respect the old. I hope that you guys were able to hear that. If not, just let me know that you weren't able to hear that. But you know what's really funny is it just sounds like Scorpio to me. That's maybe why I keep resonating with it in that, and whatever. But it sounds a lot like Scorpio. All those characteristics. What do you guys think? Let's see what else we have out there. And like I said, go on out there, put your comments in. I have a lot of people that are starting to watch this, and they're asking, "Where's this placement at?" And when I was able to go back and do research, it was at the end of the year. It was in between. I think they said October or November and December, somewhere in there. They kind of moved it in there. But then once you insert something, it's going to push something out and just shift everything else. So where so none of the astrologers out there acknowledge it, and so I'm just kind of concerned. And I wish if you could call me because I would love to hear your reasons on why you think there should be 13th months in astrology when none of the astrologers, Eastern or Western, ever acknowledged it. And how does that even come about? Just because you could pick out constellation characteristics of something and then all of a sudden say, well, yeah, this should be the 13th one. You could do that with a lot of different things out there. Am I wrong? You guys tell me. Put in the chat what you guys are thinking out there. All right, so yeah, like I said, I played this. It's on my channel. There's 3 little short clips out there. One I actually had AI speaking to it. It's just redundant of the second one that I actually did. And no warning. Let's see. Let me just see something else here. Oh. All right, let's see. I'm wondering if I found the sound.
All right, so our hero just found out there's a 13th zodiac sign. Yep, we're talking about Ophiuchus. From roughly November 29th to December 17th, Ophiuchus is all about healing, wisdom, and deep transformation. All right, so our hero just found out there's
So does this make Colleen an Ophiuchus? Colleen was saying she was a Libra because it kind of slides right into there. I'm just wondering.
Part 2 of Ophiuchus is not a traditional 12-sign Western tropical zodiac, but it falls between Scorpio and Sagittarius, roughly October 23rd to November 21st, and roughly for Sagittarius, November 23rd to December 21st. So the month is primarily December, with the starting overlapping in late November. This is why it sometimes is forgotten or suppressed 13 sign. Part 2 of Ophiuchus is
all right. So that's what we have here.
Zodiac, but
yeah. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. And let's see here. How come I'm getting both of these things? That's why. All right. So I just wanted to talk about that because I know a lot of things go round and round in circles. And a lot of information is getting out there. Colleen is saying the coincidences with the moon cycle. She said, no, that would make her a Virgo. So I got to go back one. Yeah. So, so yeah, she's saying that would make her a Virgo. Do you have the Virgo traits? Are you, I call it anal retentive? Are you detailed? You got to make sure everything's in its place. And, I've got a Virgo rising, and let me tell you, I could drive myself crazy if things are not in its place. And I could tell you story after story about all this. And she says she has her chart. All right, so let's see here. What else? Where else do we want to go with this? Did you have a chart done where they basically said that you are a Virgo, but she's saying in the beginning she was a Libra. Boy, all I can say is that we are what we are. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. How's that? Okay, let me just kind of get off of my sharing this here, and I'm going to stop sharing the screen and just see what's going back on with the weather out here. And I didn't really have a whole lot to talk to you guys about. There was a lot of things that are actually happening. In Minnesota, Minneapolis, and stuff like that. I don't want to talk about it, but I think that you guys, if you're watching any of the mainstream media, you might be catching some of that stuff out there. And what does that all mean? So I'm actually still hearing people out there say that we're going to go into this reset. We're going to go into possibly 10 days of darkness. I'm still hearing a lot of this out there. And they're also trying to talk about the 11.3 and 11.4. Have we not beat this horse to death? How many years? And every event that happens in life, no matter what happens in your life, it's going to be 11.3 or 11.4. I'm sorry, I've been in the house a little bit too long. All right, so let's just see. We got this 2,300 mile storm. 2,300 mile storm. That is a lot of storm that's going on out there, and
it's the type of snow event where at times it's just going to be difficult to keep up with keeping the roads open and going.
Okay, apparently this is some video that's coming out from Arkansas. I've been really focused on it because I have family and friends that live there, and it is really crazy. So what does all this mean? What does all this actually mean for for everybody here? So everything's going to be shut down. I get that. Family get together, play some of those games out there. Do constructive things within the house. Do your laundry. I know your laundry's got to get done. It's Sunday. And so, yeah, this is destructive snow and ice and power in a lot of states and a lot of people. Have you checked on your neighbors, that type of thing? And I haven't checked on my neighbors. There's no need for us to do that here, but I'll tell you what. Coming from the Midwest, I know a lot about tornadoes. I know more about tornadoes than I do about hurricanes. And I would have to say that there's a lot of people that are prepared that live down in this area here. And all of them, and I've been told, have your bins ready. One was with water, another bin is with flashlight candles and all this other stuff. And then you get it ready and you load it up and you go in your car with all your clothes and so on and so forth. I don't know if I am completely ready for that. Colleen is making a statement. We're going to go back and we're talking about the astrology of that 13th planet. And it's really interesting. She's basically saying that she laughed and said, I guess I have the traits of both. I think we all have the traits of a little bit of something, right? And let's see here. Let's see what else we have here. Colleen is basically saying, what? Doing laundry will keep your pipes from freezing solid. There you go. That's a true Chicagoan there speaking to you. Colleen, I know that you don't watch any sports or any television or pay any attention and all that, but I just want to know, how did the Chicago feel after losing that game? Was it not obvious that that was like intentional? I don't know. I don't know who's throwing the game and what were the odds in Vegas at the time of that. All right, let's see what else we have out here. So we're just kind of watching the weather out here, and let me see if I can just kind of stop this here. Speaking about investment, silver did take a little bit of a dump there, but people are really thinking it's going to hit 100. But more than that, I'm starting to, whoops, it went the wrong way. Hold on, you guys, hold on. Why is this not playing nice with me? Boy, I'll tell you, is it Mercury retrograde? All right, so with the silver thing out there, not a lot of people are talking about it, and I'm kind of wondering why. Why is this not being brought up? I see it on Fox Business. They talk about it. They got the ticker tape going across. You can see it. Why is this no conversation on it? You guys give me your thoughts on that. Charlene is saying that she ordered her cat food and litter from Walmart. Got a notification saying my order will be late due to the storm. Supposedly it was shipped from Ohio. You could have got up and went in your car and got it. Yeah, I think everybody's Amazon. All your orders are going to be delayed, and very understand. There's nothing that's going to hit your house when they say it is, unless it's already like really close to the next. So you've got a distribution house near you. That's what I do. I look up product, and you can do that on Amazon. I don't know if you know that or not, but depending on it, what you're looking for, you can actually find out where it's coming from and how far away it is, and that's how they have to plan whether or not you get it in 2 days if you got the Prime, right? All right. Let's see here. Arnie. Hey, Arnie, how are you? Silver and gold prices will bankrupt the central banking system. That's why you don't want to hear about it. I've heard some things out there on that. I'm actually going to go to X right now, and somebody was talking about that very thing, and I saw it out there. And where is my X? There it is. Okay, so Sarge. I think Sarge is the only one that's really talking money out there. And I could have sworn that I actually, let me see here, that I actually bookmarked his comments. And he had asked the same question. Why isn't anybody out there talking about this? Oh, wait, I want to show this other thing. Let me just get hopefully I can get me and this thing up here together. I really don't like this new software. All right, so what you're actually looking at over here on the side of the page that I just brought up there, I got to get rid of that. Who just put a silver in there? So this is what this is if your power goes out, and you guys got to be very careful with something like this. This is an insert to a crock pot. You know, they're very heavy, they insulate, they hold the heat, and they put a couple of candles under it. And what's on the end there that's holding it up is very tall cans to hold this up. You don't want to be heating that thing up there and go and touch it. But the people are saying when the power goes out, this is a great source. It'll actually 2 large cans to hold it up. It says, let me see if I can roll up on here. It says Captain Kyle put this out there. If any of you follow him, he says, I have a large master bedroom. This kept my bedroom at 65 degrees the entire time. The power was off. It's a crock pot liner, 2 3-wick candles, and 2 large cans. And this is a great heat source, if you can kind of see that. I thought that was interesting. I've seen that done before, but not with a crock pot liner. All right, what else do we have out here? This was on January 23rd. This was a silver. And this is I called her Flip Flop. It's, she goes by Mum out on X, and she did a lot in DC. But this was on January 23rd, $88.88. And she's saying we're going back to the future. It's this kind of mind game kind of thing. I just don't buy into it anymore. And a lot of you people might. Nancy Drew, that's who this is. She's still out there on X, and this poor woman really, she's like Timex, if you remember that old saying. It takes a licking, and she just keeps getting stuff thrown at her. AI, totally, this is made up, is JP Morgan. This is an AI that's fake and phony, and he's saying that silver is going to go up to a 412, and it's obvious that it is AI. And let's see here. The other thing here, too, is a lot of people have seen a surge in fake silver bars. It's circulating in the U.S., so be careful, you guys. Thousands of salted 100-ounce silver bars are entering the secondary market, and it's alarming. Considering silver's recent surge, it isn't surprising. Yep, there's a sucker born every day, and scammers are taking legitimate vintage bars. And what are they doing with this? Let's see how they're making this here. They will drill a deep cavity and fill it with lead slugs before sealing them back up with the real silver. Why lead? It's heavy, it's cheap, and it's perfectly inside a silver shell. To the naked eye, it looks like $3,000 worth of wealth and $10 worth of industrial waste. So just don't be going anywhere and buying your silver. And I'm seeing Costco is selling it like crazy. I just don't believe in people, doing that. I played this video in the beginning here. I won't play it again. If everybody wants to go back and watch my videos, this is what it was predicted from The Simpsons, that cartoon. Trying to get over here. Okay, here's SGT report, not Sarge, SGT report. I'm wrong on that name as usual. So here it is: $100 silver and $5,000 gold, headed to 15 to 1. And this was on January 23rd. I didn't see it hit that. So it gives me a little bit of, I saw 95, I saw 90s. I didn't see that. And anyways, I just want to kind of show this if I can. This is a video out here. I'm going to have to actually go off screen here or go down below to show this one here. And I'm going to start it over. But this one, this is what I'm talking about, humanity at its best. All right, if you guys saw this or not. And when I saw this, it said, yes, this is what people should be doing. Instead of holding out their phone half of the time and sending it to some social media, there's somebody that's slumped over in a car, and this woman sees this. Now, let's just take a look here. So this woman that's parked down here in the silver car gets out of her car. She realizes that person is not okay. And so she's running out there. So they're going to pay attention to her and the car. And people are stopping and saying something isn't right. Right. So what happens is a lot of other people come out. And this is where I'm saying this is beautiful. This really is beautiful. And so they were able to get the car to come to a stop. And then they found out that, I think, you watch the guy in the green. If that's a man, I don't know. They're going to try to get into there. This guy's punching the window. He realizes he can't. They find something, and they break into the window to try to get this guy out of there. And that's what I'm talking about. This is how everybody should always play together very nicely and help one another. Okay, this is our nice ripple feel of what was actually happening that day there. All right, let's go back. I just happened to catch that and wanted to show it here. All right, so could this be the dark winter? This is what people are out there also posting. I'm going to play this one here in a minute.
January 19th to
you guys, I think this might be the same thing, but it's with the Trump version. So let's give it a listen.
Simpsons are said to have predicted it. In the year 2026, a deadly snowstorm will strike the United States. 7 days of ice, 7 nights of silence, from January 19th to January 25th. It begins with dark clouds stretching across the sky like a warning no one can ignore. Then comes the snow. Not ordinary snow, but giant flakes, heavy and sharp, falling faster and faster until entire cities vanish beneath white. Phones stop working, batteries die in the freezing air, and people who step outside feel the cold burn their skin like fire. Even the news anchors, the ones who are...
Okay, I'm going to stop this right here. I don't know. Is your phone stopped? So that's one point that maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe it's still yet to come, but it said the 19th through the 25th, and this is January 25th, and there's still more bad weather to come from this, I can tell.
Supposed to stay calm, stare into the camera with wide eyes and shaking voices. Water pipes burst, internet lines snap, and skyscrapers freeze over, transforming into icy towers that pierce the sky.
I haven't quite seen it. If you guys, I know that right now we got people all the way from New York, all the way down to Florida. Are you guys seeing these icy buildings? Possibly could see some if it was, rain and sleet, and then it snowed. Yeah, you're going to see some. But to this level, you guys let me know.
World feels abandoned, silent, frozen. And they say only those who are warned can prepare. Only those who speak their names will be spared. The Simpsons predicted it. The storm is coming. January 19th to January 25th, 2000.
All right, so there you guys go. There it is. And I don't know if I actually believe that. Let me see where else I want to go with this here. What else do we have on here? So I'm going back further than I wanted to. So I think somebody out there if I put in silver here and try to get an update on the silver prices. Let's see. Let's try this one here. Where are we at? So these are really, that must be something pinned. Nope, I'm not getting anything. I think I'm going to go back to, I think Colleen, was it Colleen? Colleen has it here. It's now at 103. $103.30 now. All right, let's see here. Alley Cat in Indiana / Chicago area. Lighthouses off the Great Lakes are frozen. Oh, what cool pictures. Did you see that on TV? I'd love to be able to grab that off there. Um, so Colleen is in Chicago and she's saying, nope, it's just a normal winter day. All right, and Arnie has also let me know it is 103 also, and that's ouch, 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 hit my knee. That is a good thing, and considering where you may have gotten it from, I don't know. Check your quarters. You should be able to see the. I found one the other day going through all my change in my jar. I found a 1969 solid silver, and I just put that one out there. Some of your coins will have silver in it, but not to the degree that they made them back in the day. All right, let's see what else we have out here. Let me just kind of go home and see what the top stories here are. Some of the current events there. All right, this is kind of crazy. Just a lot of AI all over X. And if you stay on X too long, you're going to believe it. You're going to get brainwashed. I'm starting to see it looks like Facebook. You can't believe everything that's out there. And that's all I'm saying to you. That's why I don't spend a lot of time out there. And I do follow the Fox News, which a lot of people prefer not to follow. But that's where I think I get most of my news. Do you guys even watch the news? How do you know what's going on in the world? We need to know what's going on. We really do. Ernie, he says my 401 is over 1 million. Too bad you cannot touch it. Yeah. I'm telling a lot of people that still have their 401k out there, get out there and eyeball it, keep your eyes on it. And one day, Ernie, you're going to be able to be do what you want to do with your life. And I think that's a great thing. There's a lot of people that did not cash in their 401. Do you remember all those people out there 4 or 5 years ago? They're basically saying, cash in your 401, get your silver and gold and get it from XYZ. And, we'll send you these certificates and all this other stuff. Let's see. Charlene is saying, I thought 64 or before was 90% percent silver. The one that I have didn't have, you could tell maybe I got to have somebody look at it. It just looked very old and dirty. Maybe I got to have somebody bring it into a place and a coins place and have them look at it. But I didn't know the year, to be honest with you. So when I found the 1969 and I looked at it, I looked at the edges, right? And I thought, this could be one. All right, what else do we have over there? So we're talking the weather, we're talking silver, and we're talking of just a lot of different things today, astrology and whatever it is that you want to believe in. And let's see here. I'm just seeing what else is going on out there. So I did want to find that one story with SGT talking about how it was going to bring down the dollar. Let me see if I can put him in here. I actually did DM him and asked him to come on to my channel. I've done this before, and I get crickets, and it's not unusual. But when they start talking the money like this and the silver, I'd love to have them come on. But he's got his own. Let's just see what we got here. Let's just see what he says. I want to share this with you guys. And I hope you can see this. Let's see here. Let's go to this one. All right. Okay. So before I jump into this, the statement out there is coming from Colleen. It says, nobody listened to me when I told them to invest in silver. They trusted their financial guys investing in a stock market. It's kind of hard to break that way of thinking. I know what you're saying. I had to fight my husband on buying the silver. And I'm a stubborn Italian, and I just did it, and now he's happy that I did it. So this is SGT report, and says the 5+ trillion silver market cap they cite every year is what they claim to be annual silver market size, not including grandma silverware set. Tesla's current market cap doesn't include every Tesla they sold over the past 10 years. When you realize that the bankers, let me open this up a little bit more. I hope you guys can see this on the screen. When you realize that the bankers often sell over 1 billion ounces of paper silver a day, you understand the math doesn't math. The math doesn't math. It's a joke, but you do you. And let's see here. There's somebody calling him out, I think is what it is. They called out Grok. And let me tell you, these AIs don't have all the information in there. So people will always go and use Grok against something. I use Grok about this constellation of whatever it was, the 13th astrology sign. And I can tell that it was biased. That's all I could say. All right, SGT, back to SGT report says, as I condemn Zeo Christians who refuse to call what has happened in the Palestine and genocide, I also said Americans need to understand that okay, this is not what I thought it was. So that's not where I wanted to go. Cancel that. All right, he's talking about other stories here. I thought he was talking about money. Okay, that's where I wanted to be. Okay, when they tell you silver is the second highest value asset in the world behind gold and above NVDA, that's $5 trillion. Market cap includes the paper and the silver. The physical silver market is a fraction of the 5 trillion. You're not late. You're not late. So he's basically just showing you a graph here. And then David Bateman comes back and says it's estimated there are 2.5 billion ounces of above ground silver bullion in the vault around the world, worth 2.5 billion times 103 equals, and this must have been when it was at 103, equals 257 billion. All available silver bullion in the world is worth 257 billion. Wow. All right. Let's see here. Do you still think you're late at 103? Stay tuned. All right, this is what I was saying. So I'm going to go back 21 hours with SGT report. He says, I just completed the largest financial transaction of my life. This is the one that I actually saw on here. And it says, one way or another, I'll let you know how it turns out. My advice, prepare for the inevitable hyperinflation. Hyperinflation. What do you guys think about that? And that's where I started to follow him, and then I'm just going to come back to you guys here, and just let you know it's not too late. Get out there and try to find some silver. Some other people out there were saying that they didn't buy the silver. You could still get it. I don't care if anybody didn't listen to you before. I don't know. I'm hearing a lot of people say they thought that was going to go up to about 500. It might, who knows? I need a crystal ball. All right, what do you guys think? All right, if Allie's out there, if Allie Cat's out there, if Colleen is still out there, if anybody else is still out there, and you're still following me, where do you think it's going to go at the highest? In a lot of people are just saying, I don't know. And I'd just like to see what everyone else here is thinking. All right, let's see. I think that's all that I have here. So I did want to talk about this silver price. All right. I don't see any other comments out there. I do believe I'm also on Rumble. Anybody out there on Rumble? Did I miss anyone that was on Rumble? All right. Arnie is saying over 500. I'm hearing other people say that also. I really am. It's just going to the grocery store. Store takes all my funds. I'm telling you. So I'm hearing Trump, and I'm seeing, I'm watching these every time he comes on there, and I always go into the chats when he's on YouTube or whatever it is. He's talking about the great gas prices are coming down, and people are saying, I'm in Tennessee and it's $1.99 a gallon. I'm seeing all this other stuff. I don't know about you guys. I'm in the Panhandle area, right? And I'm still seeing it around $2.50. Right? I'm real close to those oil wells out there. I don't know. And I just think that it's interesting how some areas it's really cheap and other areas it's not. Colleen says, I think it's going to match or surpass the gold. No, Colleen, oh wise one. I think you're right because I'm hearing a lot about that myself. Um, I'm seeing people spew that, if you will. I don't know if that's a good word to say, but let's just see where's the gold at right now. Let's take the silver out. Let's put the gold in. I think the gold just went up to. Okay, come on, gold. GOLD. All right, let's see where we're at on here. I probably need to go to. I need to go to a place that's actually sells this stuff here. All right, where is the most current price here? Maybe you guys can help me out here if you find it before I do. I just see people just yapping around it. So let's just see if I go into a different place than X. Bear with me. So Colleen is basically saying it's going to surpass gold. So 49.82 is where they're saying the U.S. dollar, or excuse me, the gold is right now. Gold prices today in Money Metals Exchange, and that's where I'm at. And they usually have some sort of a banner, and they do have the banner. Let me kind of share this with you. And I guess we have time to do this. You guys have nowhere to go, right? All right, so gold is 5,000.40. Silver is 103.90. This is coming from Gold Metals. If you can see right here under, I'm going to see if I can blow this up a little bit more since I was shrinking it for other reasons. And let's see what we have. Platinum is 27.92. Palladium 2,041. And copper is at 594. So it is on the rise. Silver is definitely on the rise. It's 103.90 per ounce. Per gram, it's 334, and per price per kilo is 3,340.46. Woo! 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 All right. If anybody out there is wanting to gift any silver to a couple of the people out here who have not gotten any silver, please feel free to do so. Colleen is saying that she thinks it's going to go much higher. 5,000 is where the gold is at today. Wouldn't that be something? I hope it does it before I kick the bucket. Hey, we got Terry B. Terry B, how are you doing out there? You're way up north where all the action. She's in, I think, I always call it no place but Minneapolis. Are you in the Twin Cities? It says, glad I followed my intuition and bought silver at 17. At 17. You did good, girl. You did good. Yeah, so if it's at 103, and if you did it per kilo, you're way ahead of the game. That's all I can say. Hang on to it, especially if people are thinking it's going to go higher than gold is. Now, I still am trying to find a lot of good reasons why it's going to go higher than the gold. Um, it is possible. Let's see what Arnie's saying here. It passes gold. Wow. So it's got a little bit of a way to go. If you're talking about per kilo, it doesn't have that much more to go. How do you do this? How do you figure this out? Is it per kilo that it would have to go? Because you got gold bars, right? These are the gold bars. Let me go into this here and see if I can make sense of what the hell I'm talking about. So you got gold prices per ounce is 5,000, per gram is $160, and gold price per kilo is 160. Wait, that's higher. Uh, that is much higher. That is much higher. $160,766 per kilo. You guys think that's going to go higher than that? Lordy B, let's all pray together. All right. Anybody wanting to sell any silver coins to anyone out there? I have a bunch of silver coins. I bought $11 in 2015. Yeah, I've got some. Let me see here. Terry, is this Terry talking here? Wanabonki? You're 2 miles from Minneapolis, Terry? Terry, I got to have you on my channel. You got to come on here, at least call me and tell me, is all that stuff really going on out there? How much of it is? How much of it is? All right, how do we do this here? 1 second, hang on, you guys. I'm only seeing part. Oh no, she's 95 miles north of Minneapolis, so you're safe and sound. You're not seeing any of the wackadoodles out there. I'm really curious about this. I really am. I want to know, what is it? Is it? My husband says they're playing it out. It's all an act right now. Let me just kind of stop screening here. My husband says it's all an act. Everything that we're seeing on there that's happening up there, because it's too way out there, right? Everybody's got this nose ring, and that's just different. And I don't know. Let's see here. There's a lot of gold worldwide than silver. There's a lot more gold worldwide than silver. But I think that's the argument, Colleen. I could be wrong. If you guys know of somebody that specializes in the silver and the gold, I'm trying to get two people on here within the next 2 weeks, and they've got a busy life. So, um, yeah, I'm going to try to get somebody on here to answer all of our questions. Let's see what Terry is saying. Do you ever listen to Andy Schechtman? I have. Yeah, I have. I don't know if I believe everything on Mark Z and others. I kind of got shell shocked, if you will, from just the bullshit in general together. But a lot of people are still following. Called Original Mark Z. I'll throw him a sponsor thing there. Um, yeah. So how many of you guys still watch Original Mark Z out there? I don't. Has he worn his gold hat or his gold shirt yet? Get Andy on if you can, says Terry. He is marvelous. Yes. I'd have to look him up. Let me see. I'm actually going to write down. Give me a pen and paper, because I will forget this. I will forget this. Let's see here. I'm just going to rip out a piece of paper and stick it up here, because if I put it in the book, I write it in the book and I close the book, out of sight, out of mind. How many of you guys are like that? All right, she said his name somewhere, so it's Andy. And he is it gold and silver? I've seen him, I've heard him. I don't know. Is he, where did you write that? Andy what? Spell it. I found it. Schechtman. All right. Charlene says, I watch him on Fridays because I enjoy Mr. C. Mr. C is, he's on X. I happen to see some things that he was putting out there. What's his real name? It's not Mr. C. It's something else. I ran across one of his postings, and it was very interesting. You guys give me his real name. Not Mr. Cool. What the hell is it? Bad memory. I got to get back into the sauna. All right. It says somebody's telling me to contact him. My silver from Miles Franklin, Andy's company. Thanks, you guys. I'll send an email out there. Cortel is Corteo. That's not the guy I was thinking of. That's not the guy. There's somebody else that I found out there. Yeah, I'll try to get on whoever I can. I'm still working on this other couple to come on here together. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so we got to take a look at what are the prices in Singapore. I did a show on this the other day, and where their prices are actually going. So I don't know why everybody's out there watching Singapore very much. So, okay. Basically, there's a statement out here: with the economy in shambles, so many people are interested in investing in everything that they possibly can right now. And let's see, this goes back way too far. Let me see if I bookmarked that other guy. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. All right, here. Okay. Mr. C would be a posting on X. It's a fake account, so I'm being told. It's not the same Mr. C that she's talking about. Let's see if I have this guy out. There's a lot of fake stuff. There's a lot of bots out there. Contrell. She said she's misspelled it. Contrell. I've got a friend that knows Mark, and she almost got Mark on my channel when it was another channel. Um, and maybe I'll go through her to go through Mark. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? Okay. Before 1913, Americans kept all of their income. Despite this, we had schools, roads, railroads, and a military. We just are undoing. We got so wrapped around the axles. Pay the taxes, pay the taxes, pay the taxes. Dear tax, tax here, tax there, everywhere tax. Now we're being told you don't have to pay any of that stuff. And let's see here. Also, too, copper, I think. I don't know if you guys have been taking a look. There's a lot more things coming out that's being made in copper again. Copper water bottles, they're not a trend, but it basically is copper is naturally purified water. They restore, charge, and bring back everything to its living state. And I need to drink more out of my copper cups. This is not one, but every time I read something about copper, I've got a whole shelf of copper cups. I'm like, why am I not drinking out of those? They look pretty on display. Let's see what else we have out there. And hydration was never just about water. It was never about water. What was it about? All right, let's see. I think that's everything that is in the chat here. I appreciate you guys coming here and if you're going to invest in anything, start investing. Get out all the stuff that you don't use in your house. Either throw it out, sell it, do something with it, and start investing into like copper or things that are really good for you. And let's see what else we have out here. All right. Going back to this thing about all these taxings, our founding father, and I'm going to end it with this one. I don't think our founding fathers had this in mind. Do you? The inheritance tax, account receivable tax, building permit tax, CDL license tax, cigarette tax, corporation income tax, dog license tax, for God's sakes, exercise taxes, federal income taxes, federal unemployment, or otherwise known as FUTA, fishing taxes, fishing license taxes. It's crazy. I can go on, and I am, because this is ridiculous. Fuel permit tax. This is where all of our money goes every single day. And what do we end up with? We can't afford food at the grocery store. Fuel permit tax, gasoline tax, gross receipts tax, hunting license tax, inheritance tax, inventory tax, IRS interest charges, IRS penalties, liquor tax, luxury taxes, marriage license taxes, Medicare taxes, personal property taxes, real estate taxes, service charge taxes, Social Security tax, road rage tax, recreational vehicle tax, sales tax, school tax, state tax. What else do I have here? State unemployment. I'm only in the S's, you guys. Telephone federal exercise tax. Telephone federal universal. Have you guys ever checked your telephone bill? Do they still have these old time phone taxes on there? Take a look. Telephone minimum usage, surcharge taxes, telephone reoccurring and non-reoccurring charge taxes. What the hell is that? Let's see what else we have out here. Utility taxes, vehicle license registration tax, vehicle sales tax, watercraft registration tax, well permit tax, and workers' compensation tax. If you can think of anything else, please put it in the chat. We don't need to know it. And I think what Colleen is saying here is this was all coming just from Illinois. Terry B says, and I can't, bicycle tax, a doghouse tax again. I'm in Minnesota, and we know where the damn taxes have been going. Woo-wee! Do we ever? It's been going to Tampon Tim and that dancing Mayor Fry, right? Oh my goodness, it's a joke. That's the movie. I'm telling you, that's the movie. Yeah, and it's not going to be just Minnesota. It's going to be Illinois. I can't wait till this something comes up about Dick Durbin because he has never been a favorite of mine in Illinois. In California, hey, we're going to find the gold and the silver out there. So everybody get ready for that shit show to happen after they get done with Minnesota. But let me tell you, they don't need to keep stretching this shit out. Just do what you've got to do. And I get that you're trying to do, I don't know what it is. Why is this taking so long? But for God's sakes, we know we've been raped and pillaged. Now, let's get some accountability behind that. Let's see here. Somebody else was saying they had just read something. Terry B. Allen said this. Just read, I'm catching up with you guys here. Just read an article that copper is becoming really scarce. Haven't vetted it yet. Yeah, people are starting to notice the pure benefits of copper. It's not, you put water in copper. I don't think we're going to need those filters. If I'm wrong, somebody help me out here. Colleen is saying, Janine, you forgot taxes on taxes. I forgot the tax on top of the tax. That's the cherry of it all. All right, let's see here. Charlene is saying, go buy rolls of quarters and dimes from the bank. You might be blessed enough to find some old silver coins. Take $10 and just say you need a roll of quarters, or is it 20 bucks? And just go and see what you get, even if you get a few of them, right? Let's see here. Bicycle tax. Bicycle tax. All right, I already did that one. People in Minnesota are so pissed off. All right, Terry, I need to have you come on. At least call me on the phone. We need to talk about this. We need boots on the ground, and I think that's you. Colleen is saying the Frinkster family. Oh my God, that guy. He's eaten all your taxes, you guys. I'm telling you. Let's see. Finkster is the governor of Illinois. If you guys don't know, his family is also known as the Hyatt hotel chain, and they're corrupt as, I think they're going to be worse than Tampon Tim. I'm just guessing. I'm speculating. Let's see here. Yeah, and Charlene is saying, because we got to show them. We got to show these people that got shit all over their face and went to school and went to college and got brainwashed. We have to undo the wrapping. So I always say you don't have to be wrapped around the axles, but they did get wrapped around the axles. Now we got to like pull it out and just say, look, you know, it's not what you think it is. We're going to help you understand this, but if we have to show you the worst scenarios. And the thing that I don't understand, and this just, I was listening to Naomi. She was doing this whole thing on FEMA yesterday. Never even talked about FEMA. The reporters didn't care about FEMA. There was no questions on FEMA, but there was a lot of questions about what was going on with the guy that was shot in Minneapolis. When you come to the gunfight with a gun, bad things are going to happen. That's all that I'm going to say. But why isn't anybody actually saying, what happened to all the money? Where's all the money for the taxes? All the people of Minnesota. Why are the Somalis? Are they still there? I don't know. Terry, can you tell us? Are they still there, or is this movie being played out? I have no idea. And then there's this Nick Shirley guy that I think he's been trained. Let's put it that way. These are my thoughts on Nick Shirley. So Nick Shirley is just this kid walking along in his sweatshirt and sunglasses and just, interviewing people going along the streets and all this. That's not how it was done. This guy, he was even in the high courts talking about Tampon Tim and everything else like that. He came up the ranks with Charlie Kirk. I'm telling you, this is my true belief. And you think I'm wrong, let me know. But these guys are just put in places so that it's not obvious to other people, but it's obvious to me based upon the way he holds himself, the way he communicates, and the information that he's getting. And who is better to listen to than a young kid that's got nothing to lose, is what they're making you believe, and can get out there and just crack open all the bad actors out there, because you're not going to listen to some news guy. You're not going to listen to some old person, and you're going to listen to some young kid, because that's what this country is made up of, these young people. They're not as bright, but we need to get them back into their shining light. And that's all I've got for you guys here today. Please stay tuned for Tuesday's show. If you guys want to learn more about the trust and the different type of trust out there, I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to cover, but if you have questions, please get them ready. If you want to know What do I put my trust into, and how does the trust actually work? Those type of questions. Yes, get ready, because you should be protecting yourself in case anything happens. You want to know how to protect everything that you worked your asses off and not let the government take that also. All right, everybody. Thank you. God bless. And please, please be careful out there in the next few days. And I hope to see you guys real soon. Signing off.